as we take on the challenge of this campaign, expanding the foundation. The name says that the foundation was set 30 years ago. This campaign expands on that future.
There were about 700 families at St. Joan of Arc when it first opened in 1989. Now that number is closer to 4,000. The plan for more facilities and space was on paper back then, and the time to build it is now.
We have the meeting space, but we need more meeting space.
It's a need that has been here for a while. It's time. It has been time.
The needs analysis was done. We looked at what we had. We had many things brought to the group and said, we have one problem. We don't have any space. Every time we go to try to do something, there's somebody who's already checked the box for that particular time.
My goodness, groups just trip over each other trying to schedule space. That's become a really limiting factor on what the various ministries can do.
You're pushing tables out of the way or chairs out of the way just to make room for everybody to gather.
We also bring our children to be babysat in the child care, and that's becoming bigger and bigger.
Usually we have like a space we have for youth group, and we have youth group there, but sometimes that space is used for other things like other events going on. Sometimes youth group gets canceled.
And the maintenance guys, I mean, you look at the maintenance office, have you seen what they have back there? I mean, they've got things stored in closets and things all over. They need a place.
Seems surprising given how big the facility is here, but we literally are tripping over other activities here, which is a good sign for the community, but not so much when you need the space.
We want to have the facilities that make it easy for everybody to focus on not what room they're in, but to focus on what the message is being taught.
Just like my own household, I want to make sure that my church home is taken care of.
Some of our main larger events that happen here, the fish fry, the festival, there are just an overwhelming amount of people from the community, not just this parish, that attend those things.
It's really challenging. We have to offer PSR multiple nights a week in order to accommodate that number of students with the classrooms that we have. And as a result, because of the way the building's structured, we can't offer the adult ministries at the same time.
I've seen that too. You know, right now we just have the standard classrooms and it's kind of a one size fits all. So we have, you know, as young as sometimes 3 and 4-year-olds having class in there, and then we have adults having class in the same space.
When we're sharing things that are intimate or we're trying to grow closer to Christ, it's a very vulnerable time. And I think that the space we currently have, people, the comfort level is not there. When things are going on outside the room, or you can hear the next ministry over or the next small group over sharing things, you feel like maybe you're not getting everything out of the ministry you could.
And blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus.
A master planning committee made up of a cross-section of the St. Joan of Arc staff and parishioners researched the best solutions for these issues of limited space and lack of privacy. This has led us to the plan at the heart of the campaign, expanding the foundation, Faith, Family, Future.
So this is the floor plan.
This $8.2 million campaign will include a host of facility additions and improvements. It all begins with a $5.2 million faith formation wing. Anthony's garden will be moved and improved with the blessing of Anthony's family.
Our goal is to help grow the garden and not make it just where it's a place where it's Anthony's garden, but a place where anybody can come and make it more of a memorial garden. And people can come right here to St. Joan and be a part of that with their families.
The new wing will fill this space with 24 multi-purpose classrooms, a youth ministry center, and faith formation offices. It'll have basement storage and 2 more public restrooms. It's a game changer.
When you talk about building a new facility, you want to invest in the future. I mean, people in years past have invested into this beautiful building, and now I think it's our turn to step up.
That it's not just about what can I get out of it, and it's how can I help others.
Many others will be served by these facilities. St. Joan of Arc already educates more than 1,200 children in the faith with the help of nearly 300 volunteers and nearly 100 class offerings. The Adult Faith Formation Program has over 550 participants. Once the funding is complete for the new wing, the current social hall will be renovated and repurposed. The plan calls for increased seating capacity, a new food pantry, and a larger commercial kitchen with better access to parking. Among the other improvements provided for in the plan is the conversion of several current classrooms to become adult-specific, and the choir will have an option to rehearse away from the sanctuary. The current front office will be repurposed to combine rehearsal and meeting space.
Rehearsing in a sanctuary is great for the rehearsal need, but we're like any other social group. We get loud, we get boisterous, and that's not really what you should be doing in the sanctuary.
The entire project will expand the foundation, build upon the faith, and will serve families right now and into the future.
Focusing together on a dream to make St. Joan of Arc even better than it is right now can only make us stronger.
It's really impacting every single one of us.
Tom and I personally, and both in our marriage, have been really blessed by the opportunities that we've had here for faith formation. We really want other people to have that opportunity.
We have to always be learning and growing in our faith, and that's what we do in these spaces.
I see God in everything that kind of happens around here.
We can really continue to make this a welcoming place, an environment where not only our children but our grandchildren, our adult friends can grow in their faith.
There are new families coming in daily, and we're all vibrant, active people.
And we as a church community have to look and say, we have to take care of our family.
These are very trying times in the world, and I think faith is critically important.
I mean, faith is more important now than ever.
My faith is like the foundation of who I am.
I can't think of a time since 9/11 when I have felt that faith was as important. This place means everything to me, and the people in it, it's hard to overstate how important those connections are, that family of God, being the body of Christ together. It certainly strengthens my faith and helps me stay centered in it.
I always have a saying, you have to be able to take it past Sunday afternoon. It's not a one day a week faith. It's important for us to constantly feed ourselves spiritually and to surround ourselves with other spiritual people that believe what we believe. That strengthens our message, it strengthens God's message, and it gives us courage.
To grow in our faith.
How important is it? It's the most important thing in my life.
My hope, once this campaign is finished and the building is up and running, everyone will drive back on a very busy road here. You'll see a church, you'll be reminded that in that building, it's not just the building, it's what happens inside. I now ask you to join me in the support of this campaign. We need everyone's help to make this vision a reality. Please consider seriously the challenge before us. With your generosity, I am confident we can achieve our goal. Thank you for all that you do. May God bless you and your loved ones.